So good afternoon everyone. Welcome sa another session of genetics. For this one is we will be answering yung genetics exam sa teaser, science teaser, and then Max 1 and Max 3. Kasi nga genetics is mainly discussed either sa bio nung STEM 11 natin or meron pa lang ibang STEM 12, what it's mostly discussed sa biology nung grade 9 tayo. So right now, let's see ano yung scores natin dun sa ating pinost na 8-item quiz. Na it's just a repetition ng tinanong na sa mock exams. So, wow. Naka-perfect na dalawa, may naka-7 na dalawa, anim, and the rest is sakto lang. And may naka-0. Okay. Hindi pa pala nag-start yung recording. Anyways, take 2. And so again, this is the genetic session. Sasagutan natin yung mga genetics questions sa Max 1, 3, and then sa teaser. Genetics is discussed nung STEM 11, but if you're not a STEM student, it's fine kasi diniscuss naman siya mainly ng grade 9. So the score so far is this one. We have dalawang naka-perfect, dalawang line of 7, isang line of 6, and then the rest is pwede na. Okay? So from 0 to 10, gano'n kayo nadalian dun sa kinwiz natin 8 items? Ayan tayo, from 0 to 10, gano'n kayo nadalian? Iyan. So sige, let's start discussing. Again, mas short lang naman to. Nasagot lang natin siya, ano yung mahirap na tanong, ano yung may mga tricks, and then ano yung dapat nyo pang-aralan if ever, hindi pa rin kayo makasunod. Okay, for the first question, this one. Cystic fibrosis is a disease passed down through autosomal recessive inheritance. Just copy this. And yeah, type nga anong sagutin niya dito. 2/3, 1/2, 1/3, or 100%. Anong sagot niyo for this problem? Yan, so your answers are 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, mali ka, sir. Wait, so ano yung answer niyo kanina? Puro 1/3 din ba kayo kanina? Anong pinakamadaming nagkamali dito? Oh, so ito pala yung pinakamahirap. Ay, hindi. May isang... So, ang pinakamahirap natin is yung JR and Marie. Tapos, cystic fibrosis as next. I see. Okay, sige, let's start with this one. So, ang pinakamahirap for you guys is the JR and Marie question because 14 lang yung tumama out of 70. Okay, so let's start. So the problem na nagkaroon ng pinakamahirap for you guys, yung pinakamaraming mali is this problem. JR and Maria 6 children, some have type O, the rest have type A, and no child has type B or AB. Which of the following is not a possible blood type of either parent? So probably, anong sinagot niyo dito? Type nyo nga, anong sagutin niyo dito? So most ng mga sagot niyo is B, 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 B. So you're saying na it's impossible na maging B yung blood type ng parent. Okay? So the correct answer here is all mentioned are possible. Why? Kasi ang sinabi lang, di ba? So, GR and Maria has 6 na anak and then some have type O and the rest have type A. So isipin nyo, if puro A and O siya, edi ang possible genes lang nila is AI, II, kaya siya AI, AI, AA, II. Right? Pero ang sinabi, which of the following is not a possible? So if ganito, it's not saying na which is less likely, it's saying it is not possible. And I'm telling to you na B is also a possible blood type ng parent. Why? Kasi if they are both heterozygous, BI and then AI, assume na ito yung parent, ang possible na maging blood type ng anak nila is AB, AI, BI, and II. Okay, so lahat ng blood types is pwedeng maging anak if A and B are both heterozygous. And ang sinabi, di ba, some have type O and some have type A. Ito, yung case na. Na-prove natin na even if magkaroon ng 1,000 na anak na puro A and O lang, possible pa rin na type B yung blood type ng isang parent kasi lumalabas siya dun sa cross natin. So the correct answer here is all mentioned are possible. Any questions? Right? So statistically, di ba, if magkaroon ng 1,000 na anak, based on stats, it's less likely na magiging puro A and O lang siya. But again, the word is less likely. Kasi if ganito, there's a 25% chance na magkakaroon ng type B na anak. Di ba? If you're good at stats, alam mo na lalapit siya doon. So super less likely na puro A and O lang yung anak. But it is not impossible. Okay, and ang tinatanong dito is, hindi naman tinasabi ano yung most likely, ano yung less likely. Which of the following is not a possible blood type? And mali kayo if sinagot nyo is B, so kahit B yan, possible siyang magkaroon ng anak na puro A and type O. Right? Any questions? Paano po pag iba ang tatay? Guys, we don't give a damn if iba yung tatay, okay? Kahit pag mag-AA to, di ba sabihin nyo, oh, if AA lang to, so magiging yari dyan, edi AB, AB, AI, II, possible pa rin naman eh. Okay? If ang pinaprove ninyo is, which is not a possible, hindi nyo kailangang i-test lahat. Okay, baka naman i-test nyo lahat ng possible na tatay. Guys, sayang time. If you can prove even in just one case na A and O, automatic na yun eh. So just prove in one single case na possible maging tatay or nanay is B, tapos nag-produce pa rin sila ng A and O, tapos na yung case natin. Hindi natin kailangang i-check pa the rest. Okay, kasi ang dinidisprove natin is this one, but it's possible or impossible. So if sasabihin mong impossible si B, edi maghanap ka ng isang case na possible si B, di-disprove na yung theory mo na impossible si B. Hindi na natin need maghanap ng paano pag iba yung tatay, paano pag iba yung nanay. Itatest ko ba lahat ng mga anak? No. It's just one single case is enough to prove or disprove if ang tinatanong is not less likely or more likely if it's impossibility. Okay? Gets ba? Any more questions? So, same na din. Ezekiel, okay? Wala tayong pake. This is, okay, sabihin mo AABB. Okay, so walang possible na? So, walang possible na? Diba? If ito yung magiging homozygous daw, sabi ni Ezekiel, what if parehas homozygous yung A and B? Okay, so pagdating dito, di walang case na type A and type O lang. Okay? But, so pagdating dito, walang case na type A and type O lang. Okay, but, na-disprove man na impossible yung B. Di naman, di ba? Kasi nga, pwedeng maging BI siya. Okay, so even if this one, hindi siya nag-make sense dun sa case natin, wala tayong pake dyan. So yung kailangan nga nating hanapin is, imposible ba talagang maging type B yung parent? Okay, so if tatry nyo lahat ng possible, nagsasayang kayo ng oras. Okay, ang goal nyo guys is i-prove na possible siya. Hindi i-try lahat ng cases because that's nonsense. Aanhin mo tong case na to, eh hindi naman yung need dito. Ang need mong gawin is, ito yung anak, O and A, possible ba to or impossible? Diba? Possible or impossible? So, bakit ka magbibigay pa ng ibang cases na hindi naman siya mag-make sense sa given natin? Try to pick the cases na mag-make sense na mapoprove mo na possible siya. Kasi nga ang tinatanong dito is not possible. Okay? Overthinking is good if may sense, but overthinking is bad if wala namang sense yung ino-overthink ninyo. Yan, to prove, okay, this is possible or impossible. Hindi siya less likely or more likely na we're talking about probabilities na need nyo i-take lahat ng cases. All you have to do is prove one single case. Posible ba talaga siya? So pag na-prove mo na possible siya in one single case, ibig sabihin tama na siya. Wala na tayong magagawa doon. Okay? Any more questions? So, in biology, genetics is the only thing na may math na legit. Okay? So, if possible, and not impossible, if not possible, okay, ibig sabihin na to is, it's either 100% na false talaga siya, or 0% true. So, even just one percentage na may na-disprove ka or whatsoever, okay na yan. Okay, yung 99%, 88%, 27%, that is less likely, more likely. Yun yung probabilities na talaga. Pero dito, it is not possible. So just one single case, i-disprove mo yun. Tapos na yung case natin. Gets ba everyone? So yeah, this is one of the, actually this is an easy yet tricky question. 'Di ba? Maraming mag-isip na A and O. Ito yung sinasabi ko kahapon. Kahapon ba yun? 2 nights ago, 'di ba? Dito ba yung nag-ask na, "What sir, kaya naman ng critical thinking eh, ba't pa ako magpapatagal ng solvings?" 'Di ba? Critical thinking, anong naging ending? B daw is impossible. Kaya minsan, hindi magandang magmagaling kayo for the sake of speed na critical thinking ko na lang to. Tapos hindi, mali. Sayang yung bonus points. Diba? If gantong ka-bonus, i-ensure nyo na tama yung sagot ninyo. Isang case ang itatrain ninyo, tapos i-critical thinking nyo na mali naman yung critical thinking ninyo. Kaya huwag kayong magsasayang ng easy points sa UPCAT. 1 point lang lahat ng yan. So, yung gano'ng kahirap yung super hirap na problems, kasing equivalent lang siya ng this one. So, yung madali lang, sinayang ninyo, hindi what sense pa dun sa mahirap na questions, di ba? Thumbs up if gets na yun. Aba, walang nag-thumbs up. Hindi nyo pa rin ba gets? Okay, sige. Any last thoughts or questions? So, ano po yung letter I? Um, are you a STEM student, Rain Resurrection? Please answer agad. Mr. Rain Resurrection? Hello? Okay, hindi ko na sasagutin kahit anong tanong from you if you're not participating after a nonsense question. So, ano yung I? This is an allele, right? So, A, B, B, I. Double I is, again, this is next sum based. So, I will not be introducing basics such as, but if type A yung blood mo, ano yung possible mo na genotype is AA or AI. Or if you want more formal, IA, 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 I na small. Or may ibang ang II din eh. So maraming possible notations. Pero for the sake of UPCAT, mabilisan lang kasi siya. Huwag na kayong magganto. If kaya nyo naman, like just write yung letters na mismo para mabilis na siya. Okay? So, siya yung pag-type O, the AB muna. Pag AB, ang possible niyang genes is AB. Tapos kapag O, parehas na recessive. Okay? So, that's I. So, mga non-STEM people, sige, I'm gonna post naman yung guide mamaya if ano pa hindi din yung habulan. So, dito is exam-based. Tapos after class, magpo-post ako ng guide ano yung mga dapat nyo pang aralin if ever hindi kayo makasunod sa class natin. But it's just Mendelian genetics, non-Mendelian genetics, pedigree, and then some crazy-ass problems. Okay? So, you can ask. Tapos, sasabihin ko naman if di ko na siya kayang i-discuss sa time na to, tuturo ko na lang, ay, bibigyan ako ng asynchronous na lessons after. Tapos, basta ask na kayo na ask. Okay? So, again, hindi naman siya ganun ka-unfair kasi all of this was taught ng grade 9. So, all you have to do is recap nung mga naaral na ng grade 9. Alright, so going back, the main lesson for this question is don't be overconfident. Don't just use the justification na critical thinking ko na lang, sir. Matalino naman ako eh. Tapos it ends up na sayang yung bonus points natin. Okay? So, let's do that. That's our attendance check word for today. In this post, I want to go to this post and then let's type wag basta critical thinking. Wait lang. Ano ba magandang word? We need to remember this eh. Sige lang, ina lang. Wag basta critical thinking. Okay, I need you to remember that phrase, wag basta critical thinking na iisipin nyo, madali lang to, i-mental ko na to. Sa mga matatalino panglaban ng quiz biz, go, I trust you guys to do that. Mental nyo lang, wag na kayo mag-solve in everything. But if hindi ka naman panlaban sa quiz bee, you're just a normal student, double check. Okay, baka yung ina-assume mong tama is ang layo sa katotohanan, so sayang yung bonus points. Always try to process and ensure na yung bonus questions like this is bonus na talaga. Okay ba, everyone? So again, wag basta critical thinking. So let's go for the next problem. So sa next problem, sagutan natin yung second na pinakamarami nagkamali, which is the cystic fibrosis. So again, I just asked kanina if STEM ba siya or hindi because if STEM ka, naku po, kabahan kapag hindi mo alam kung ano yung I. But if hindi ka naman STEM or yung ka lang or ABM, it's fine. Kasi magbibigay naman tayo ng guide kung ano yung mga dapat ninyong habulin para masundan yung problems like this. Okay? Kaya pa yan, guys. May 6 days pa tayo. 6 days! Okay. So let's go with this one. Control V. So, cystic fibrosis is a disease passed down through autosomal recessive inheritance. In the pedigree below, oh, na-disconnect yung pen tab ko. Wait. Ayan. Cystic fibrosis is a disease passed down through autosomal recessive inheritance. In the pedigree below, daughter 2-1 grows up and marries someone from outside the family who has no known of history of the disease. What's the chance that their child will be a carrier? So for this, question agad? Or mali yung naka-share screen ko? Hindi ako naka-share screen. My bad. Ayan. Sorry. So let's read the problem again. So for this, cystic fibrosis is an autosomal. Siya yung first mong titignan, di ba? Pag autosomal, dalawa lang kasi yun. It's either autosomal or sex-linked. Kapag sex-linked, for example, hemophilia, naka-attach siya sa sex chromosomes natin. Ito yung sex-linked natin, guys. Okay? Tapos kapag autosomal, anong meaning nito? That means autosomal. Soma means sa body siya. So, hindi siya sa sex chromosomes. Kapag ganito naman, ang representation, sige, let's represent cystic fibrosis as C. Okay? Either CC, CC, or CC. Kapag plain, sabihan sa body siya, autosomal, autosomes. Okay? Kapag sex-linked is naka-attach siya sa X and Y chromosomes natin. Okay? Or XX. Any questions for this? So yan, first is yung magsasagot kayo na genetics problem, hindi mo na identify paano ba ito dinodrawing. Kasi if autosomal siya, wala tayong pake kung male or female siya. Basta kung small affected, carrier, not affected. Pero dito kasi, basta merong isang small, affected na agad yung male natin. Di ba? Ganun ka-important na malaman if it's sex-linked or autosomal siya na trait. Hindi siya optional. Kailangan niya talaga siyang malaman right away. Okay? So for this one, cystic fibrosis is an autosomal recessive. Ibig sabihin, autosomal recessive, nag-a-appear lang siya if small parehas, if recessive parehas, and it's autosomal. So, hindi siya nakadikit sa sex chromosomes. So, in the pedigree below, the daughter 2-1. So, ibig sabihin itong 2-1, second generation, and then the first person here. Okay? Daughter grows up and marries someone from outside the family who has no known of history, the disease, what's the chance that their child will be a carrier? So for sa pedigree, ang game dito is napakaraming implicit. Okay, yan lang makikita ninyo, kailangan nyo i-deduce ano yung mga given talaga dito. Okay, so first, di ba, sa representation, not affected to kasi wala siyang color. Okay, not affected. Pero meron silang anak na affected. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Ibig sabihin, meron silang disease. Meron silang gene for the disease. Carrier lang sila. Okay, either carrier yung tatay or carrier yung nanay. Ngayon, if affected to, ibig sabihin, kailangan ng dalawang letter small na C. Ibig sabihin, hindi pwedeng dominant parehas yung tatay or yung nanay kasi magiging imposible itong case na to. Kailangan is may isang C dito at least and then merong isang maliit na C dito at least. Palitan ko nga, bakit ba C? Baka pala mahirapan kayong iintindihin siya. Gawin natin siyang F. Okay? If cystic fibrosis tapos affected, ibig sabihin dalawang small f dapat. If merong at least dalawang capital F dito, imposibleng magkaroon ng anak na ganito. Okay? So, dapat is carrier. Okay? And carrier din yung nanay. Both nanay and tatay is carrier. So, hindi mo pwedeng affected na lang pareha. Hindi. Affected tong drawing dito eh. Okay? Ibig sabihin, normal yung phenotype nila, pero carrier yung genotype nila. Let's just get that one. Sino yun? Mike, please. Ayan. Sige. Okay, going back, ayun siya guys. If this is affected, ibig sabihin, carrier parehas. Hindi pwedeng isa lang yung carrier. Kasi if isa lang yung carrier, ganito yung magiging case niya. FF capital, FF carrier, FF normal, FF carrier parehas. Imposible magkaroon ng anak na ganito. Kaya dapat is carrier parehas para magkaroon ng anak na ganito. Okay? Any questions? This is not possible kasi wala silang magiging anak na affected. Kaya this is the only thing na possible kasi FF, capital, tapos dalawang carrier, isang fully affected na individual. Questions? So, hindi po kita yung screen. Kita ng iba, right? Kita ng iba? Kita naman, guys. Thumbs up. Yes, kita ng iba, Lovecraft. So, baka internet problems or reload mo na lang. So, last call, any questions up to this representation? Okay, wala. So, if that's the case, ibig sabihin, kahit hindi nakasulat, is ikaw na magdeduce nun. Okay, the genotype of this and this is FF, heterozygous sila. Okay, so if heterozygous sila, ito yung possible na maging mga anak nila. Let's rewrite this properly. So, isang capital F, capital F, capital F, small f, capital F, small f, small f, small f. Okay, so phenotypic ratio. Anong phenotypic ratio natin, guys? Tatlong normal. Phenotypic ratio natin is tatlong normal, isang infected. Yung cystic fibrosis. Okay? Anong genotypic ratio natin? Yeah, sino pa nakakatanda? Anong genotypic ratio for this one? Can you type? What's the genotypic ratio? Ayun talaga mag-participate. Ayan, very good. 1, 2, 1. Okay? 1, FF, capital F, capital F. 2, heterozygous. 1 is affected. Okay? So, 1 homozygous normal, 1 heterozygous normal, and then 1 homozygous infected. Okay? That's the difference between phenotypic and genotypic ratio. K something. Catherine, I cannot unmute. Ayun pala. Ay, wait. Ayan. Mute mo na kita, Catherine. So, this is the important part. This is mabilis lang dapat, but ito na yung challenging part here. Okay? So, ito yung mga possible na anak. Ngayon, anong possible genotype na itong white circle na to? Type nyo nga, anong possible genotype na to? What's the possible genotype of that one? Kasi siya yung nag-asawa eh. Okay, di ba? 2-1. So the second generation tapos first person is grows up and marries someone na known of history. So ano possible niya? Yan, dalawa. Okay, it's FF or FF. Alam natin normal siya, pero hindi natin ma-determine. Alin siya sa normal na yan? Is she the normal homozygous or is she the normal heterozygous? We don't know. All we know is nag-asawa siya. So, if nag-asawa siya, tapos outside the family who has no known of history of the disease, okay, if ganito, if explicitly sinabi no known, ibig sabihin that is fully normal. Okay, let me copy this one again. Or sumot na lang pala natin. Ay, hindi na. 100. Okay, if ganito yung sinabi, pag sa genetics, account for all possibilities. Except, if sinabi dito, no known of history. Kasi baka sabihin nyo, sir, normal siya, so pwede ring FF or FF. Ito, pwede siyang ganun. Okay, pero dito explicit naman sinabi, no known history. Chinek na yung buong history eh. Sabihin, identified natin, ang genotype ng napangasawa niya is capital F, capital F. Okay, if hindi sinabi ganun ka-explicitly na sinabi lang na he married someone from outside the family who is phenotypically normal. If sinabi lang phenotypically normal, okay, nag-asawa siya ng phenotypically normal, kailangan mo i-account parehas, FF na homozygous and FF na heterozygous. Pero pag sinabi no known history, eliminate natin yung isa. Ito lang yung gagamitin natin. Okay, is that clear everyone? Thumbs up if clear naman yung point na yan. Okay, usually this is the case. Okay, i-account natin parehas. Kasi in genetics, account for all possibilities. But for this, sinabi explicitly, no known history. So, hindi na natin sila i-account. Lalagay natin is homozygous FF. Right? Okay. So with that, mga papangasawa niya is FF, capital F, capital F. Tapos, ang problem kasi, dalawang possible na ano na to. So, paano natin siya gagawin? Okay? So, for this one, magdadalawang case tayo. Ang tanong kasi majorly is, what's the chance that their child will be a carrier? Kaso nga, dalawang possible genotype na. Pwedeng FF, ito yung daughter, FF, na heterozygous. Okay, tapos yung mga pangasawa niya is capital F, capital F, capital F, capital F. Okay, so for this one, FF, 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 FF. So 0% chance na merong silang carrier na anak. Pagdating dito, FF, 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 FF is 100%. 100%. This is 1/2 chance na meron silang carrier na anak. Okay? So, sino nagsagot ng 1/2 for this problem? So, nagtaka ba kayo? Bakit mali? Bakit kaya mali yung 1/2? Kasi first, hindi naman sure na ito yung anak eh. Okay? This one, di ba? This also has a probability or percentage. Okay? Ito yung normal nating anak, di ba? Tatlo yung possible na cases natin dito. So, phenotypically, this is just 1/3 and this is 2/3. Okay? Tatlo yung pwedeng genotype na normal. Okay, itong normal na to, tatlo siya. Okay, dalawa lang siya, pero mas mataas yung percentage nito. So, the easiest way to account for is 1/2, 1/3 to, tapos 2/3 to. Yung possible na genotypes dito. Okay? So, with that, statistically, the correct formula is case 1, FF na homozygous, or case 2, FF na heterozygous. And if stats, di ba, if may case tayo, ina-add lang natin sila. Case 1 plus case 2 ay yung total probability. Okay? Kasi pagdating dito, case 1 natin, 0% yung anak dito. Kaya matitira na lang is case 2, which is 2/3 tapos 1/2. Okay? So pag dito sa case 2, kailangan mo lang silang i-multiply kasi 2/3 chance na it is F and F times and 1/2 chance na meron silang carrier na anak. Kaya cancel, cancel, it is 1/3. Okay? So this is a genetics question na maybe this is the most difficult na pwedeng lumabas sa pedigree. It uses some statistics concept, probability concept, but it's just as easy as that. Kailangan mo na account for all possibilities, and then boom, masasolve mo na siya. Any questions? So again, this is hard. Okay? So, huwag yung sisihin sa sarili if medyo nahirapan kayo. Pedigree is hard itself, pero for this one, nilagyan nga natin siya ng twist na dalawang possible na genotype dito. And it's not just simply 1/2, 1/2. Kasi ito yung ratio niya. 2/3 yung possibility na heterozygous siya. So 2/3 plus this one, yung tamang sagot. Di ba ito yung di ba ito nag-cross tayo dito? FF, FF. Tapos ito yung product niya. So dito sa product niya, tatlo yung pwedeng normal. Di ba? Kaya nga tayo may tatlong normal na phenotypic ratio. Heterozygous, heterozygous, and homozygous. Kaya yung homozygous, 1/3 yung chance na siya yun, 2/3 naman yung chance na heterozygous normal siya. Ito yung probability na to. Okay? And statistically, it's just case 1 plus case 2. Okay? Case 1, homozygous, plus case 2. Okay? So dito is probability ng pagiging FF times probability ng carrier na anak. In case 2, probability ng pagiging FF, then probability ng pagiging carrier na anak. Okay? Yung probability ng pagiging FF niya, di ba, that is 1/3. And then ito, case 2 is 2/3. Tapos yung carrier, if FF siya, this one, 0% yung pagiging carrier niya. Kaya 0 dito. Tapos dito sa kabila, if heterozygous siya, nagiging 1/2 yung chance na carrier yung magiging anak nila. Kaya times 1/2. Okay? Kaya case 1 is 0 plus 2/3 times 1/2 is 1/3. Basic probability concept. Any questions? So ito lang siya. Ito na yung pinaka-formula dyan. Okay? Din-explain ko lang kaya ang daming drawings and sa everything. But it just boils down to this one. Gets ba? Vin. Gets ba, Vin? Boss Vin, nandiyan ba? Question. Okay, wala na. Please type 1/3. Thus we can move to the next problem. Third, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Okay, next one. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Yeah, and for this one, dito ba si Kyle? Kyle, nandyan ka ba? Kyle, 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 Kyle. Wala. Alright. Alright. Sorry na. So for this, the pedigree below illustrates the inheritance pattern of a red-green color blindness, genetic condition that follows an X-linked recessive mode of inheritance. Actually guys, this is bonus na eh. Sinabi ko kasi na, if red-green color blindness, it is X-linked. Pero possible sa UPCAT, ang sabihin niya lang is red-green color blindness. Di niya nasabihin na X-linked yun. So at some point, you need to memorize ano yung mga diseases na autosomal and then ano yung diseases na X-linked. Kasi hindi lahat sinasabi lagi ni UPCAT. Okay, so bigyan ko rin kayo ng cheat sheet mamaya. Hindi naman sila super dami, okay? Hindi siya super medical list na hundreds. Siguro mga 5, 10 lang naman yun na ano yung usual X-link, ano yung Y-link, isa lang naman yung Y-link, and then yung mga autosomal na traits natin. So for this, right? So the question says na, I'll zoom out ko to. If the next two children of F2 turned out to be normal, what is the probability that the fifth child would be colorblind? So let's solve. So pagdating dito, this is X-linked. Kanina, this is autosomal. So, wala siyang XY, diretso siya letter na lang. Pero dito, X-linked siya. So, ibig sabihin, we will be using the sex chromosomes na XY and XX. Okay? Sige nga, to check, can you type, guys, ano kayo, XY or XX? XY or XX? Okay, XX, XY, XY. I hope sure naman kayo. Okay. So, pag XX is babae, XY is lalaki. Alright? So, dito, kita nyo, anong magic dito? Sir, wala namang infected, biglang nagkaanak na infected. Wow, magic. Okay? So, first, if it is X-linked, kailangan niyang ma-determine ano yung drawing kapag lalaki. Pag lalaki, it is square. Kapag babae, it is circle. Okay? Ibig sabihin, kapag may infected na lalaki, automatic, ano genotype niya? X, age, Y. Gamitin ko na naman ng age ha, para ang hirap kasi ng C. So this is an infected X-linked, so X age Y. Okay? So pag ganun, saan galing yung genes na X age, yung small age? Sa tingin nyo, sa tatay or sa nanay? Saan siya galing, guys? Sa tatay or sa nanay? Tatay. Ba't yung sinisisi sa tatay? The answer is sa nanay. Guys, okay? Kasi if magka-cross tayo, di ba? For example, kunyari ito yung parents natin, kunyari, X age, normal si tatay, fully. Tapos, ay, tatay nga, Rolex eh. Normal si tatay, fully. Tapos yung nanay is carrier. Okay? X age, alisin muna natin to. Kita nyo to? Ito yung Y, di ba? So, X age, Y, X age, Y. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng genes na pumair para sa maging lalaki, kasi X na to parehas eh. Di ba? So, para maging lalaki, yung kalahati ng gene niya is lahat galing sa nanay. Okay? So, bakit niya sinisisi si tatay para sa kasalanan ng nanay? Alright? So, this is not a fun fact. This is something na rule talaga. Okay, if X-linked, if naging infected yung lalaki, galing sa nanay yung genes na yun. Kasi walang mapapasa dito. Lahat ng genes si tatay is diretso sa anak na babae. Lahat ng genes si nanay is diretso sa anak na lalaki. Okay? That's a rule. So, wag yung sisihin ng mga tatay ninyo. Okay? So, obviously, even if you're not unsure, if you're not sure with this one, carrier yung nanay niya. Okay? If hindi to carrier, it's impossible na magkaroon ng anak na infected. Okay? Kasi if X age to, okay, lahat na magiging Y is normal. Okay? So, the only case na magkakaroon ng infected na anak na lalaki is may infected or may carrier na nanay. So, with that, alam na natin yung genotype nito, X small hy. Tapos, the paragraph below illustrates the inheritance pattern of red-green color blindness, genetic condition that follows the next linked mode of inheritance. If the next children of F2, sabihin nagkaanak tong dalawa, okay, turned out to be normal, hindi natin alam kung anong genotype nito. Ano kaya genotype nitong babaeng to? Pero alam natin, nagkaanak na lalaking infected. So now, if may anak na lalaking infected, anong genotype nitong babaeng to? Can you type? Anong genotype ng babaeng yun? Wala bang gustong sumagot? Okay, wala. So, if infected to, again, ibig sabihin, this is normal, wala siyang shade, pero carrier siya. Okay? Normal, phenotypically, pero she is a carrier. Same sa mga technique. Kasi, yes, yung ibang carrier, pag nilalabas sila, is naka-automatic na ganito. Okay? That's a possible na representation. Pero some carriers, some problems is, ang dinadrawing lang, it's either full black or no black at all. Kaya it's up to you to deduce if it is a carrier or not a carrier. Right? So now, if alam mo na, ang goal dito is to, pag pedigree, ang rule lang dyan is know the genotype of the parents. Once na alam mo na yung genotype ng parents, makukuha mo na yung full cross. Okay? If may full cross ka na, kaya mo nang kunin yung percentage kahit ano pa yung maging anak nila. That's the two rules here. Maraming gagawin pero the end is just to know the genotype of the parents na tinatanong, which is F2, and then ano yung full cross. So full cross na tayo, meron tayong infected na tatay, XHY, na meron tayong carrier na nanay, XH. May full cross, carrier na daughter, infected na daughter, walang carrier na walang carrier na lalaki, guys, ha? Kasi pag maging carrier, big age and small age. Pero dito, wala naman siyang pangtakip eh. So, it's either normal or infected na siya automatically. Okay? Ito na yan. Now, the question is, what is the may sinabi, if the next two children turned out to be normal, what is the probability that the fifth child would be colorblind? Sige nga, ano sagot niya sa part na to? If the next two children are normal, ano na yung possibility, ano yung probability na yung fifth child will be colorblind? Anong sagutin niyo dito, guys? Hindi, tama. Because kahit maging colorblind pa yung first two na anak, wala tayong paki doon. Okay, hindi siya na, pag na-colorblind na to, ibig sabihin, ito na lang yung matitira sa tatlong sunod na anak. Pag nakuha na to, ito na yung matitira dyan. Okay, or baka may nag-isip na, normal yung first two, ibig sabihin, wala na to. Ito na lang yung possible na maging anak. May ganun ba mag-isip dito? Kaya hindi siya ganun. Okay, hindi porket nagkaanak na ng ganito, wala na siya sa chance. Okay? Pag nagkaroon ng first na anak, lahat sila possible. Pag nagkaroon ng normal dito, pagdating ng second na anak, lahat ulit sila is possible. Okay? Kung 100% is this entire one, ganun siya kada anak. Okay? May 1/4 chance na carrier na daughter, 1/4 chance na normal na lalaki, 1/4 chance na carrier na infected na daughter, tapos 1/4 chance na infected na son. Magre-restart siya. Kahit mag 100 na, kahit sa pang 100 na anak, 25% pa rin yung chance nito. Kaya hindi siya nagbabago. Gets ba everyone? So, pampalito lang to eh. What's the probability that the fifth child, kahit pang ilang child pa yan, same lang yung probability kada case, restart lang siya ng restart. Okay? Kaya ngayon, ang tanong natin, what is the probability that the fifth child will be colorblind? Ilan ba dito yung colorblind? This one and this one, which is two. Ilan yung anak nila? Apat yung possible na genotypes or phenotypes. But for this one kasi, apat yung nandito. Okay? Yeah, the best answer for this one is 1/2. Any questions? Yes, Lovecraft. Are you enrolled sa batch 3.0 Lovecraft? Kasi if enrolled ka naman, yes, you will have the recording and a whiteboard for this class. Any other questions? Yan, wala na. So let's move forward to the next one. So yun ako actually medyo mahirap. Kaya medyo chill na tong mga kasunod. Alright? So relax na. Yun yung difficult na part ng OPCAT if ever. Maraming implied and everything. But basics lang naman talaga sila. So let's answer the easy parts. So for the next easy part is let's try this one. Ayan. So before we go to the easy part, let's have a 2-minute water break. I'm just gonna drink something. Hinga lang din muna kayo. Tapos, if hindi mo pa ito nasasagutan, go answer that in that 2-minute window. Okay, so 2-minute water break up to 3:02 p.m. And sa mga di pa nagsasagot, try nyo this one.
Sir, excuse me po, wala pa rin po.
Mic test, mic test. Rinig na ba ako, guys? Mic, 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 mic. Mic test. Joan. Alright, so let's continue. Whiteboard, whiteboard. Tapos hindi ko sure kung matatapos natin lahat, but if not, i-asynchronous recording ko na lang yung the rest para maaral na pa rin siya. Kinetics Mox. Ayan. So. Right? So dito tayo sa the hybrid cross. And open natin to. Grabe naman, Mark, CJ. Hey. Okay, so let's continue. Pag tayo na-edit eh. Ay, naka-record pala ako. I'm sorry. Oh my God, that was just a joke. Anyways, moving on. So disclaimer, that's a joke. Like, every time na ibabash ka, it's not just kolehiyo, but diretso Reddit na. So, if sinabi namin yung phrase na yun is, mababash ka talaga. So for this one, again, it's just a simple dihybrid cross. And alleles natin, we have capital R, small r. So, ano dito, di ba? Dominant allele results in parang tongue rolling. Okay? So, if malaki siyang R, it's gonna be roll. Rollick. So, tongue rolling. Okay? Tapos, kapag small r is non-rolling siya. Okay? Tapos, meron pang isang gene which is EE, capital E, small e. Kapag dominant is free hanging. Kapag recessive naman, small e, siya naman yung attached earlobes. So, ang sabi, a man with genotype RREE, kunyari may difference ano, there is a woman with genotype RREE, what proportion of their offspring is expected to have free hanging earlobes? Okay, so dito, diba, RREE versus law of segregation. So, RE, 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 RE. Kailangan natin ihiwa-hiwalay dihybrid cross. So, ang pagkakross ng dihybrid, this will be by pair. So, RE, RE, tapos RE, and then RE. Siya yung sa first natin. Okay? Tapos dun sa babae naman, ang genotype niya is RREE. Okay? So, ganito yung normal sa kanya. Normally, gagawin natin siyang RE, RE, diba? Tapos RE, RE. Para 4x4. Pero wag na kayo magsayang ng time. Okay? Kasi lahat ng magiging results dito, saka dito, same lang yan. Dito, saka dito, same lang yan. Makaka-cancel lang yan. Kasi ilo-lowest term natin yung fractions. Kaya, if i-repeat lang naman siya, isa na lang ilagay ninyo. Okay? Gawin nyo na lang siyang RE na isang capital, isang small. Alisin mo na yung isa. Siya na lang yung i-multiply, i-segregate mo doon. Use that technique. Okay? Any questions? Ayan. So, if wala, tuloy na natin. So, this will be RR, EE, tapos RR, EE. This will be RR, EE, RR, EE. Pagtatapat-tapatin lang natin sila. Okay? Questions? So, tuloy na natin. RR, EE, tapos RR, EE, then RR, EE, then RR, EE. Yes, mahaba siya, pero bonus lang siya kasi ganito lang naman siya kadali. Then magbabasa lang tayo ng phenotype, genotype. In class, inilista pa natin what is the genotypic ratio, what is the phenotypic ratio. Hindi na siya ni dito. Diretso ko na sa hinahanap. What proportion of their offspring is expected to have free hanging earlobes? Ano ba yung free hanging natin? That is capital E. Ability to roll their tongue, that is capital R. So if it is the dominant one, wala na tayong paki dun sa second half. Actually. Doon tayo sa first na titingnan. And then dito may capital R and capital E, which is this one, this one. This one is wrong kasi small e siya. Small e din siya. So this one naman small r naman siya. So wrong, wrong. Then this one is wrong. This one is wrong then. Okay? So 1, 2, 3. That is 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 over 8. That is the answer. And even if hindi mo kinancel yung kanina, RE, times 2 lang naman sila eh. Same lang to. Okay? If hindi mo kinancel, magkakaroon ka pa ng another set ng RE, another set ng RE. So, magiging 1, 2, 3. Replicate lang siya. Magiging 6 all over 16. Okay? Pag nilowest term mo, it's still gonna be 3 over 8. That's why nonsense to write this times 2, but irradiation mo naman siya, so lowest term lang siya. That's a technique here. Any questions? So, law of segregation are, again, we have R, R, E, E, R, prepare mo lang siya lagi. Itong capital R, i-prepare mo dito, so that will produce RE, RE. Tapos ito, i-prepare mo dito. By pair lang kasi lagi tayo pagdating ng genes. Okay, so RE, RE. Tapos technique-wise, alisin mo na yung isa kasi lowest term lang naman siya. Ganun din dito sa father. Di ba? Yung father is RREE, RREE. So, pair mo lang yung capital R, pair mo dito, pair mo dyan. Kaya siya magiging RE and RE. Yung small r, pair mo dito, and then pair mo dyan, kaya siya magiging RE and RE. Tapos siya yung gagamitin natin sa cross. Ito na naman tayo kay critical thinking. If magka-quiz ka naman, critical thinking, hindi mo kayang i-predict. Okay? Kasi you need to, pagka-cross mo yan lahat eh. If magka-quiz ka, pabilisan kang mag-cross. Pabilisan na, wag mo nang i-write to, wag mo nang i-write yan, diretso ka na dito. Ang mabilisan dito is paano mo ma-determine, law of segregation ka na agad directly, kaya mo nang ma-predict dyan na alin lang yung may capital R saka capital E. Kapag may small e, at least, alisin mo na siya sa equation, ano lang may capital R. That's the technique kapag quiz B. Mabilisang solving by eliminating the extra steps. But critical thinking, I don't know saan yun nakukuha yun, na wag nang mag-solve, i-critical think na lang. Diyos ko po. No. Mamamali lang kayo. Okay, this is asking for a number. Critical thinking is good. If you're doing something na subjective, like, for example, anong nangyayari if bakit palang gumagaan tayo sa moon or something, di ba? That's subjective. Pero dito, it is asking for an exact number. Okay, so the best way here is to eliminate unnecessary steps if kaya mo nang i-mental. But critical thinking in this one, it's asking for an objective answer. It's not recommendable. Mabilisan, alisin mo lahat ng extra steps if magaling ka na. Yun yung technique dito pag quiz B. But asking na critical thinking na lang, wag nang mag-solve. Paano ka makakuha ng fraction nang wala kang isa-solve, critical think mo lang? Di ba? Ayun my questions. Okay, let's go for the next one. So yun din ano ba yung difference ng actual shortcut sa hindi? The real shortcut is not super duper freaking formula na isang pasok tapos na. Most ng shortcuts talaga is paano kayo masasanay sa pag-solve na hindi niyo na kailangan, tinan mo, hindi na ako nagganto, di ba? But if beginner kayo, baka need nyo pang magganyan, baka need nyo pang magganyan. So it's fine if hindi nyo talaga kaya. But practice and practice hanggang makaya na diretso na dito, diretso na dyan. Eliminate those unnecessary steps. Via practice lang naman siya makukuha. Okay, that's how you can get shortcuts or speed in real life. Next. This one. So, one with blood type A, big A, genotype unknown, and blood type B, genotype unknown, have a child with blood type O. Ito are genotypes of the parent. So, pag dito, naghahunt tayo, okay, maganda yung itry natin lahat. Okay, dalawa lang naman eh. It's either may homozygous ka na isa, tapos may homozygous ka na isa pa. So, pag dito, kita mo na, wala possible maging O dyan. Okay, if may isa kang heterozygous, tapos may isa kang homozygous, ito lang siya, BI, yung best, BI yung best. The rest is AB. Wala rin possible na maging O dyan. Okay, dito, lahat dyan AB. Okay? So, walang possible maging O dyan. Yung techniques, guys. Okay? Hindi mo na need isulat if kita naman yung magiging sagot. But if, again, if hindi ka pa sanay, isulat mo siya. Pero again, kanina, tinignan ko lang AB to lahat kasi kailangan ko for O. O is II. So, titignan ko lang, ano yung possible ako magkaroon ng II? Impossible dito, impossible dito. So, II, BI, at kita mo na, uy, may II dito. Okay? Normally, kailangan mo siyang i-write lahat. That's how we do it in class. And if nahirapan ka pa, go. But if you want speed, okay, wag mo nang isulat lahat. Isulat mo lahat ng possibility, okay, para sure kang check mo lahat. Tapos eliminate the unnecessary steps. How do we eliminate unnecessary steps? Imaginein mo na lang, mental math. Okay? You're looking for I, small I, small I. You're looking for I. Pagdating dito, may possible bang I dito? Wala. May possible bang I dito sa pangalawa? Pagdating dito, di ba, BB to na capital. Possible bang I dyan? Wala din. Eh dito sa kabila. May possible bang I dito? Oh yes, nandito sa corner na to. That's how you properly use critical thinking. Okay? Kasi most ng critical thinking ng sinasabi is, wag nang mag-solve, imaginein mo na lang or something. Pwede naman, if matalino ka na, go ahead. Kayang-kaya mo talaga na. If may O dito, the best way is, heterozygous sila, automatic na yun. If medyo middle person ka lang, try mo pa rin i-write, just to be sure, sayang yung bonus point. Okay? AB, wala na yan. AI, wala rin II yan. Tila may II dyan. So, the only possible here is AI, BI. Okay? Questions? So it's a rule naman actually na for someone to have a blood type O, both parents should be heterozygous. But again, if you need to solve it, the best way, the speediest way is to just write possible cases and then kahit huwag nang isulat, just check kung alin yung may I na small dito. Okay? Questions? Alright, so pag dito, BI. Pag dito, hulo, iba yung notation. Oh my God, paano na to? Again, okay, A is also just IB. Okay, ba't IB? IA. Okay, dito, wala lang akong pang exponent for this one, so it's just IA. Okay, so we just need the heterozygous pair. So this one, IA, and then AI, BI. So even if hindi natin siya alam, sila yan. What are the genotypes of the parents? Any more questions? Okay, next. Ayan, bilisan na natin. So in a hybrid cross involving heterozygous individuals for both traits, what is the probability of producing an offspring that is homozygous recessive for both traits? So technically, may pwede lang sa ulo, hindi dito, pero if hindi mo siya sa ulo, nasolve mo lang naman siya normally. Okay, AABB, so law of independent assortment of law of segregation, di magiging A, B, B, tagal, pero pair mo na lang siya. Okay, isulat mo ng ganito, tapos yun lang naman siya. Yung AB, 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 BAB. Just sort and segregate. And then yung kabila, ganun din. AB, 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 AB. Okay? Wala kang choice. If hindi nyo siya tanda, hindi din talaga siyang sagutan ng straight. Anong hinahanap natin? Homozygous recessive traits. Ibig sabihin, AA and BB. Okay? What is the probability of producing an homozygous recessive? So, ito na consider natin. A, tapos AB. Technically, lahat ng may capital, alisin na natin sa equation. May capital, may capital, may capital, may capital, may capital, may capital. So, ito na lang matitira. AB na small, AB na small. So, that's nasa dulo, AABB. Wow! Magic. Right? So, the correct answer here is 1 over, ilan yung possible dito? 4 by 4, so 16. 1 over 16. Okay? Imbes na multiplying everything normally, alam mo, homozygous recessive, hinahanap. So, small a, small b, small a, small b, lahat na may capital kahit isa, wala na yan. Ito lang yung magpo-produce ng homozygous recessive. 1 over the 16 other cases. 15 other cases rather. Any questions? Sino naman si Miss Rachel? Ira Nicole. Sino yan? Sino yun? Ganun ba ako katanda? Oh my God. So yung pambata. Ah, Sino yun? Wills, ano? Wills on the bus. Hindi rin. Oh my God. Okay. So it's a cartoon. I'm sorry. Alright. I'm sorry, guys. Boomer. Si Boss Rolik ay boomer. Tao siya. Nursery siya. Wait. Sige nga, Miss Rachel. Tapos, this one. Oh, I see. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Next. Maybe this will be, actually hanggang 3:20 lang dapat ako. Pero sige, last question na muna for this. Tapos, asynchronous recording ko na lang yung sa MBB tuloy. Yung sa codons. Kasi medyo mahaba siyang, medyo lang naman. Asynchronous vid ko na lang to. Send ko sa Kalayaan 1 to 3. Tapos, last question na siya for this one. So, your red snapdragon is crossed with the white one. Okay, so obviously, if merong pink, that is non-Mendelian. Automatic yan. Okay, hindi na actually dapat nakakalito yung Mendelian, non-Mendelian kasi sa pagbasa lang naman, sa phenotypes lang sila nagkakaiba pero genotypically, pare-parehas lang yan ang nangyayari. Okay, so is red snapdragon crossed with the white one. The generation is all pink. Ibig sabihin, all pink. Sige nga. RW, 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 RW. Okay, pink yung phenotypic creation natin nila. So if two of these F1 plants are crossed and one of the self-pollinated, what genotypic ratio would you expect in the F3 generation? Sige, ano sagot niyo dito? This is actually the easiest one, I guess, so far. Yeah, it's just... Yes, the correct answer is 242. Very self-explanatory naman na for this. Okay, if the two of the F1... Sige, any questions about this one or in general? If ika-cross mo yung F1, ang magiging results niya is RR, pure red, RW, pink, RW pink, then YWW pure white. Okay, if one of the F2 pink flowers is self-pollinated again, so pink flowers, ano pala yung meaning ng F1, F2? Okay, it's just a familial level. So, meron tayong red snapdragon and diba, sa umpisa, meron tayong RR saka WW. So, lahat naging anak nila is ganito, RW. Okay, RW yan lahat. Tapos, sinabi naman sa problem na the first one generation is all pink. Ibig sabihin, ito yung filial wall natin. All pink sila. Tapos, if nagkaroon ng anak-anak-anak yung F1 na yan, ito yung magiging anak. RR, RW, 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 RW. Okay, ito naman, ito yung F1 natin. Oh my God, color. The F1 natin, ito yung F2 natin, which is this cross. RR, RW, RW, and WW pala. Okay, anong sinabi? If one of these F1 plants are crossed and then one of the F2 pink flowers is self-pollinated, what genotypic ratio would you expect in the F3? Okay, ano sinabi? Nag-self-pollinate yung isang pink flower, which is this one. That means RW, nag-match siya sa RW, but still RR, RW, RW, WW. Ang sabi, genotypic ratio. Okay, ibig sabihin, 1 RR, 2 RW, and 1 WW. Kaso walang 1-to-1 dito. Okay, hala sir, 1. It's just ratio and proportion. Okay? Kaya pagdating dito, 1-to-1 is also equal to 2-4-2. Yun lang naman siya. Any questions? Alright, so final questions. So again, hanggang dito na lang muna. I-asynchronous feed ko na lang tong central dogma question because medyo mahaba siya and I have a next class to attend to. Kasi hanggang 3 lang dapat pero kinaya naman. So any more questions? Yes, Terence, yung bibigay sila amino acids. Hindi to sinasa ulo, okay? Binibigay yan if ever magbibigay sila. Unlike periodic table na sinasa ulo talaga siya ng mga magagaling, dito is kahit magaling, hindi naman siya sinasa ulo. Binibigay yan if magtatanong dyan. Don't worry. No need to memorize, Terence. So may nagtanong saan daw galing R and W, it's just how you signify. Just at least read non-Mendelian genetics. R means red, W means white, tapos RW means pink. Kasi incomplete dominance yung problem natin dito. Okay, final questions. Okay, wala na. Okay, let's take our class picture for this afternoon. Tapos send ko na lang sa Kalayaan batch 1 to 3 yung recording and yung asynchronous dun sa amino acids. Ayan, 6 days left. So next class natin is, confirm ko pa kay Sir Sedi, pero sabi niya 6 p.m. daw niya kaya ituloy yung trigo. Tapos 8 to 10 is language. Just few. Ayan. Okay. So, smile. Uy, Rosalie, wala kang ka-pair ngayon sa Gmeet. Nasaan yung ka-pair mo lagi? Ay, naka-record pa pala ako. I'm sorry. Nang ano sa record. I'm sorry. Yes, meron na tayo. 3, 2,